everybody. Welcome to our first virtual fundraiser for the Miss Winkles Pet Fashion Show. This year's event looks a bit different. As you can see, we're hosting from the Miss Winkles Pet Adoption Center. But change doesn't have to be a bad thing. We are so excited to share the fun virtually, and we hope that you enjoy it as much as we've enjoyed planning it. Our contestants are getting ready now. Here's a quick look behind the scenes.
Hi everyone, my name's Taylor and this is Cami, and we're your hosts for our first ever virtual pet fashion show. We've transformed a room here at Miss Winkles into our runway, and we have a truly amazing show for you all. Our contestants this year are all homeless animals from Miss Winkles and Clovis Animal Services, like Cami here, and they're what this fundraiser is all about. They've put a lot of work into this show for you and are so excited to get started. So before we begin, let's check in with some of them as they get ready.
Rosie, are you excited for the show? Great! Toby, are you ready for the show?
It's great!
Hi, Lorelai, are you excited for the show? Wonderful!
Before we get started, I want to take a moment to thank all of the people who made a contribution to this event. Whether you purchased an event box, made a donation, or sponsored a pet in the show, we are truly grateful for your support. Normally, we'd have the opportunity to thank you in person, but this go-around is understandably a little bit different, and we are so very thankful that you still chose to give to the pets. If you haven't had a chance to check out the event page yet, be sure to head over there after the show and see how you can support the pets and help them along their path to finding their new homes. It looks like our contestants still need another minute to get ready, so before we get started, I want to share some amazing stories with you about the power of giving. We always say that every little bit makes a difference for an adoptable pet and their new family, and you can be part of a pet success story even if you've never met them. Over the last year, donations were used for many different veterinary treatments, surgeries, and procedures. Upon their arrival at the Clovis Animal Receiving and Care Center, pets are evaluated for physical ailments or medical needs. The type and extent of veterinary assistance that each pet requires is different. Some don't need much in the way of vet care before adoption, while others have extensive treatments and regular trips to the vet for checkups before getting their final clearance. These are just some of the pets who have benefited from the generosity of donors in the last year. So if you are one of our past donors or are considering making a donation, we thank you and we hope that you know just how much of a difference you continue to make for the pets. And speaking of support from the community, this year's event is sponsored by Waterhouse Animal Hospital of Clovis and the Clovis Pet Hospital. They have both been longtime supporters of Miss Winkles, and we are so grateful for their commitment to our pets and to the pets in our community. Okay, are you ready for the fashion show to begin? We're so excited. I think everyone is just about dressed and done with hair and makeup, so we'll head over to the runway in just a moment. But before we do, I'm just going to remind you that you can vote on our Facebook page for your favorite runway pet, or pets, because let's face it, you're bound to have more than one favorite. And if you ordered an event box, be sure to put those cat or dog ears on. All right, let's head on over to Taylor, who is standing by at the runway. Taylor?
Now that we've checked in with our contestants, it's time to get this show started. Our first contestant is ready to enjoy a big night in watching our fashion show. Shelby is doing what most of us have been doing for the last year, lounging. She's spending the evening in her pajamas, eating Miss Winkles' pet-friendly pizza in her fluffy bed. She's living her best life here at Miss Winkles, but she's been here for a few months now and is still dreaming of a new home. Please consider a donation at the link below to help support Shelby until we find her a family. We just know that someone will fall in love with her. Our next contestant is the princess of the show. She wanted to be first, but agreed to be second if and only if we pushed her down the runway in her very own carriage or stroller. This adorable puppy was very excited for the show, and we weren't sure if she'd stay in the stroller, but she actually seemed to really enjoy it. You can see just how excited she was and ready to play. we could get our next contestants to walk the runway was using cat teasers. But look how much fun they're having. These little ones are so adorable, and they're wearing flower and bow tie collars that come in our fundraiser cat boxes. We still have boxes available, so be sure to place your order at the link on your screen. The little brown tabby is just adorable and super feisty. He's been running all over the runway, but he's also been getting a little too close to the camera, and it's making me nervous. Sorry about that, folks. The kitten knocked over our camera, but we're back with our next contestant, the roughest and toughest of them all, and he's been sponsored by Karen Griffith and Tracy Nutter. Thank you so much for always supporting the pets. This is Alpine, and he's bad to the bone. He's got the leather, the mohawk, and a fluffy bed and his favorite teddy bear. Don't let that tough exterior fool you. This guy is a big softie. Thank you again to Karen and Tracy. Speaking of softies, meet Lorelei. This adorable girl is just 6 months old and has been generously sponsored by IQ Vision Care. Thank you so much to our friends at IQ for making such an incredible donation to the animals. Lorelei was so excited to walk the runway that we could barely keep her costume on, and she even took a moment to stop for belly rubs in the middle of the show. She's quite possibly the sweetest pitbull bumblebee ever. Thank you again to IQ. Next up is Arco. He's been with us for a while now and loves treats, so we've made him a handsome chef and treat connoisseur in this year's fashion show. We filled a pot full of whipped cream for him to enjoy on the runway, and I think it's safe to say he was very happy. We've been hearing he may have snuck some secret messages into some of our fundraiser boxes. Let us know in the comments if you received one. Oh, there goes the slobber, and there goes his hat. Next up, we have the cutest dinosaur you've ever seen, guaranteed. Bruce is such an outgoing and friendly kitty, and he was a great sport with his dinosaur costume. Lurking through the jungle, ready to pounce, and more than anything, ready to be loved by a new family. Who wouldn't want to adopt a snuggly dinosaur? Up next, we have puppies! Oh no, it looks like they got out on their own and got into the toys, but hey, they're having a great time. Their adorable bow ties are also part of our fundraiser dog box, and there's still time to get one for your pet. These little ones are only 3 months old and are sponsored by Beal Developments, who runs our local Johnny Quick stores. Thank you so much to Beal for their continued support. It means the world to us and to these little guys. Next up, we have sweet, fluffy Toby rocking the denim and riding in his truck. We'll be honest, we really wanted to pull him all the way down the runway in the back of the Tonka truck, but Toby's only 4 months old and he wasn't really having it. He just wanted to be with us and couldn't be convinced to stay. Even with toys, treats, and peanut butter, he jumped. Over and over and over again. Oh well, how can you be mad at that face? And now, thinking of all of our amazing essential workers through the pandemic, we have quite possibly the most adorable postal pup of all. This is Moon, and she's got a package to deliver. Maybe it's a fundraiser box. They're full of fun items and proceeds help the pets. But if Moon is the one to deliver your box, it doesn't seem like we can guarantee that nothing will be broken. But we can guarantee the cuteness of your delivery person. Oh no. Do you hear that music? That means something big is coming. Maybe something scary. It's It's a little dog named Deb. Bet you didn't see that one coming. This darling girl is sporting her sparkliest shark costume, and yes, she has multiple shark costumes, and she hopes she'll win some of your votes in the comments. She's been generously sponsored by Judy Krogstad in memory of her sister, Jeannie Krogstad. Thank you so much for supporting the animals and sweet little Deb, our favorite shark. We have to whisper because our next contestants are sleeping. These are our tiniest contestants of the night, and they have to be carried very gently down the runway. Newborn kittens are a great example of pets that your donations can help. We wrap these little ones in little blankets like burritos to help them stay sleeping through the show. If you've never heard of a burrito, it's a combination of the word purr and burrito and refers to when you wrap kitties up in blankets. Just look at how peaceful they are. Last but not least, we're headed to the beach. Did you get a beach ball in your event box? That means you're part of this adorable beach party with Wade. He's rocking his best summer attire just for all of you at home, and he's ready for a trip to the ocean. On a dog-friendly beach, of course. Wade hopes you've had as much fun watching our show as he's had being in it, and he's so glad that you joined us. That was our last contestant of the night, but the show's not over. It's time for you to cast your votes in the Facebook comments for who you think should be this year's winner. And we have one more message from Erin and a few friends before highlighting all of the amazing pictures you sent in. Stay with us. Erin, back to you.
Well, that was a lot of fun. It's going to be hard to decide who to vote for. Voting will remain open until Tuesday, April 20th, and the winner will be announced on our Facebook page on Friday, April 23rd. I want to give one last shout out to our event sponsors, Waterhouse Animal Hospital of Clovis and Clovis Pet Hospital, for making this year's event possible and for their continued support of homeless pets in need. Their ongoing effort to assist homeless pets is not only something that we rely on as an organization, but it's something that countless pets continue to benefit from during their search for new families. While our show is free, and we are so pleased that you were able to join us, this event is our biggest fundraiser of the year, and we'd really appreciate your support. As I mentioned before, every little bit makes a difference, and your gift, large or small, has the power to change an animal's life. There's still time to donate, so visit the link below to support the show and animals in need in our community, like these little guys. Until next time, take care, be well, and love those pets.